B-Jump Sunset World.
Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima!
この番組は地域密着型のボランティア活動を徳島で行っている国際ワークキャンプのメンバーがお届けする30分です。
This 30 minutes broadcast is hosted by volunteer members who come from abroad to help the community of Tokushima.
Hello, good evening everyone. Who are your hosts? We are your hosts for this evening. I'm Rina from Japan.
I'm Mitch from Australia.
Hola, I'm Jimena from Costa Rica.
Привет, I'm Maria from St. Petersburg, Russia.
I'm Ola from Russia.
Thank you. This radio program, Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima, is live on FM Bizan. This 30 minutes broadcast is hosted by volunteer members who come from abroad to help the community of Tokushima. Popular images of Japan, sushi, and sumo? Yes, but we would like people around the world to know not only those images, but more things about Japan. They share the news from Japan and information about Tokushima, a place that welcomes foreigners from all over the world. No one knows what language will be spoken or what kind of topics they will bring up. Don't miss it. Sushi,
Sumo, Tokushima!
So, today we have 4 people in the studio beside me. Actually, they all were on this program before. They are volunteers from different countries who came to help the community of Tokushima. I want to ask you what you do as volunteers in the second section after we play a song today. So can you all talk about yourself first a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, all right. So I've actually been on this program before. Maybe some of you remember it was December and January, back in winter, and now it's quite warm in Tokushima. Now in May now. So I'm from Australia. My city is Brisbane, and actually I've been travelling in Japan for quite some time, and I have found like a volunteering website online, which is actually international, and it's a way to get in touch with local communities, local families, and to make a lot of friends as well. So I was doing previous ones in Japan, and I wanted to come to Shikoku, and so I specifically found a good one, which happened to be this in Tokushima, and so I decided to come, check it out last year in December. I stayed for 1 month, and then I just came back in March. So now it's getting warmer, it's getting busier, and so I'm really enjoying it because each time I come, there's always a lot of different volunteers, different activities, and it just seems to get more interesting every time I come. So I'm really enjoying it at the moment, and I hope to be here for Awadori as well, so which will be very busy and it'll be very hot.
Yeah.
Yes, is what I've heard and imagined. So we're getting a lot of stuff ready for that in the process, and also to improve my Japanese maybe a little bit, and Russian and some Spanish sometimes as well. So it's a very good opportunity for me. So I like to make the most of it, make as many friends as possible with few enemies, I hope, and enjoy fantastic Japanese food. So that's a bit about me. So next to me is Jimena from Costa Rica. So I'll let you go on.
Okay, this year I just graduated from my university, and after that I wanted to take a break, so I decided to do some volunteering or travel around. So when I was deciding where to go, I have been involved in Japanese culture because I like to do Aikido, the martial art. So I decided it would be a nice idea to come here and learn a little bit of the language. So I graduated from university, and 4 days after, I took my plane to Japan. Before that, at the beginning, this was just a trip for fun and just to like vacations and so on. So I decided to look for something that will get me like involved in the community, and I will have a nice time. But when I decided to look for it, also in the internet, I found a website that they have different opportunities to get involved with people and meeting people, and the Bisan Daigaku was there, so I chose it. I didn't really knew the place, or I didn't have like many knowledge about Japan or anything before coming here, so it was like a coincidence. Maybe it was a little bit random. So I came here, and at the beginning it was just for fun, but now I feel like I really committed to the program and the project, and I really care about the people here, and I really care about the work we do. And from some weeks ago, I started being the host of this program, which I really love.
You
And
do a great job also.
so mama. But so from till now, it has been like an awesome experience that just came by chance, by casualty, and I'm so happy because I met people like Michi, you, Rina, and now the next person who's Maria.
This was surprising.
Full surprise.
Yes. With me, it happened something like that. Last year, I was volunteer at Confederations Cup. It's very big football event or soccer in some places. It's called like that. And it was totally new job for me. I was at marketing branch. I have never done something like this before. So after this, I decided if I done this, and I done it quite good, so I can do everything. So after this, I decided to go outside of my country. Before I was a little bit scary about this, but Confederation Cup gave me the courage to move forward.
Nice.
Yes, and so this is my first time in Japan, first time in Asia. It's so many first times after I come here. So
Same here.
I think it will take many minutes to count all my first times here. So yes, basically I come here because I want to practice my Japanese, which is not really good. I know this. Because of Mitch, I can practice my English. That's
true.
That's also good.
Yes, and meet some new friends, meet old friends. Yes, and stuff like this. So, Ola, it's your turn.
I think my story is similar to Jimena's one because I decided to go here after my graduation, a little bit after graduation, and actually it's the second time in Japan, and I chose this place because the first one was in Yokohama. It was a metropolis area, and I didn't like such amount of people.
Many people, maybe.
Yes, and I really like Tokushima because it's quite small, but still has a lot of things to do and place to go. I came. It's not my first time of volunteering. I was in Germany for the same reason, and I chose this program because I wanted to try things that I never have done before. Yes. Yes, I'm very glad that I'm here, and I don't want to come back to Russia.
So,
Then stay.
how's your Japanese going? As we all commented on our Japanese, how would you say is your Japanese progression? What you expected or not what you expected?
Yes, I think it's much more.
Fantastic. That's good.
Yes.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, that's really good.
Because I graduated on June last year, and then I didn't use Japanese for a half of a year, and I totally forgot.
Oh.
I was even surprised.
Wow.
Yeah,
If you
that's
don't
hard.
use it, you lose it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very important to use.
So basically, that's our stories and how we by chance get together in the accommodation house we live.
Yes.
Which we also share with other people, also
Local
Japanese
residents,
people.
yeah.
Also Japanese people and also volunteers, but from other organizations. There's Korean people, there's French people, so it's a mix.
Yeah.
It's like a salad. That place is like a salad.
Don't you think it's so interesting? Like many people from different countries gather
Yeah.
at the same time in Tokushima,
Yeah,
live together,
definitely it
eat
is.
together, work together.
Yeah, and I feel like we got to know each other, like with the good things and the bad things, and like adapt to those things. Because, for example, I have to admit that something that to me is a little bit annoying about Japanese culture is the fact that you have to
It's really
take.
different.
Yeah, is the fact that you have to take off your shoes every time you get into a house. I don't know why,
Okay.
but to me it's a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
But Russian, like another volunteer from Russia, she does it also in Russia. So she's always like, remember to do it. Don't you ever forget about it. So it's nice how the different cultures get to mix
Yeah.
around the Japanese culture, which is at the end, it's our
Definitely.
goal.
Unites us. But I just say, like for me, it's fantastic that all the images that I previously had of some countries have been completely shattered and altered completely being in Japan. Even though we come to Japan to learn about Japan, meeting a lot of Russians, Costa Rica, Himino from Costa Rica, places I never expect to go. Have changed completely. So as well
Yeah,
as being in
it is.
Japan, also my global spectrum of other countries has
Yeah,
changed a lot. so.
definitely.
I would like to ask you more things after we play a song. So, don't miss it. Sushi.
Sumo.
Welcome back. So, I would like you to talk about what you do here in Tokushima as
Okay.
volunteers.
Yes.
But first, let me explain non-profit organizations you work with a little bit. As you know, an important NPO for you is NPO Bizan Daigaku.
Yes.
Because the host, Shinri Hasegawa, Shinri-san, he is the founder of this NPO. And he actually started helping the Hana Road, which is known as Flower Road or National Roads in Tokushima City. He started helping taking care of flowers on Hana Road, but he needed more people to
Complete
take care
the job.
of flowers. They need water, especially in summer. If he does it by himself, he might make flowers die, and you don't want that happen.
No.
So he started welcoming volunteers from all over the world. Then now you're here.
Yes. Good.
And do you know the story about Hana Road a little?
Not really. I don't know. The origin of Hana Road? Or?
Yeah, who started it and why?
Tell us.
Okay. So there's another NPO which is important for you. NPO Shinmachi-gawa o Mamoru Kai, protecting Shinmachi-gawa River. And Nakamura-san, the CEO,
Yes.
the guy, the big guy in Tokushima City. He's an important person here, and he's the one who started taking care of flowers. I mean, planting flowers on National Road in Tokushima, Hana Road, and also who started protecting, cleaning the Shinmachi-gawa River like 30 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, 30 years ago, like the river was really dirty and maybe like stinky.
Oh.
But now you see it's really clean and it looks really great.
Yeah.
And Nakamura-san started cleaning the river and also Hana Road. So people can see beautiful flowers every time, I mean, anytime in the year. And now you help them.
Yes.
That's so nice. And so can you tell me what kind of work do you do now?
Okay.
All right. Well, as it's getting warmer, recently we have actually been changing a lot of flowers, transplanting flowers.
Yeah.
As flowers they flourish in different seasons. So what would be like lasting in like winter and spring are now coming out. We're transplanting them and we're putting new flowers in. I don't remember the names, but very colourful, very beautiful.
Yeah, they're also always beautiful. Also, we have to, like, we start right now in this season, we start at 9 a.m. By organizing ourselves and bringing water to different zones. Like, all the Hana Road is divided by zones. So each day we do different zones. We don't do, like, the whole thing all day.
We try, but we never make it.
Yeah, we will never make it. So usually our like in spring, our biggest job is like giving water and taking out like the weeds and all that.
Lots of weeds. Yeah.
But as Michi said, the work in summer changes. We have to change the flowers. From season to season we change the flowers, which implies like transplanting new flowers or taking away the old flowers. Yeah.
Do you have any like? Did you see any person, like any people who are interesting to you, or any events you really enjoyed in Tokushima?
I'd say it's quite a fun factor of being here in Bizadaka because there's always lots of events and we don't know what to expect sometimes. We just go along. And we almost all the time have had a great time, a fantastic time. The kind of the hospitality we receive.
It's
amazing.
amazing.
People who say like, thank you for joining in, thank you for being part of this. Like just last time was the Hanaharu Festival, which actually
awesome.
Himena was being Spanish, she was helping cooking churros with Shimi-san.
Doing the most Latin
doing
American
a great
thing.
job. Yeah, exactly. We have lots of events around, like the like say Kawasoji, which is also like a community event. Even though it's working, we do it twice a month. Every
really
Saturday
important.
for about 2.5, 3 hours, depending. And we all jump in boats, and that's pretty fun. And we, even though we're kind of working, it's quite fun. Well, I say
really
it's
fun.
fun.
And
as long as you bring a hat.
And also you get involved with people. Like last time I was talking with this girl, this woman that she has been doing this for 20 years. Like there's people that had been involved helping Nakamura-san in their own ways.
Since
like,
the beginning.
Since the beginning or from a long time. So it's really nice to get to know people from the community that are also helping.
Nice. How about you, Leah?
I like this project because we can participate not only Kawasoji, cleaning, river cleaning, and Hanaroda, but also in we work in the kindergarten.
Right.
It's very fun.
Yeah, it's my first time to work with such small children, and I didn't expect that I would like them so much.
They are really nice.
Yeah.
We all have to go at least once per week, and at the beginning it's a little bit confusing because you don't really know what to do, but then you start remember the kids' names, remember their favorite games, like their personalities, and you see how they improve each day. They can talk a little bit more, or they can do things better. So it's a really, really nice experience, I have to say.
You talk to them in English only?
Try.
Yes.
They are very young though, so
sometimes we've had to speak on Japanese
if
because
they didn't get the message, we had to convey it in a language they understand.
Yeah, but usually we speak to them in English.
And some of them are really good.
Some of them are amazing.
They're so cute, very cute.
Yeah.
Even if they do have a runny nose sometimes and slobber over us.
So
No, it's okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I'd just say like one of the I guess main advantages of being Tokushima, I think the population
children?
Well, I mean in general, like it's a lot smaller than the big cities like Tokyo, and you would never meet the same person twice in a day in Tokyo, or Yokohama or Kyoto, unless you have your group of friends. But in Tokushima, we see so many people every day that they know us or we know them, and with Shinri, everyone knows Hasegawa-san.
Yeah,
you just say the name. Oh,
if you
Shinri-san.
work with him, everyone's like,
Everyone knows you,
Everyone's
and so
gonna know you.
just last week I was invited to like a kaiwa to describe about Australia to some children who were going there in August, and so being an Australian, I was invited to come. He was a friend of Shinri-san, and we just like cooked like Australian beef, and we served like kangaroo and crocodile, which I don't really eat in Australia, but it was
funny.
pretty fun,
Yeah,
sharing about
sounds like
Australia and talking those. So even just small things like that, it makes it really interesting to be a part. I feel like to be a part of the community, which for me was I was looking for in Japan, to be really a part of not just working to your own thing, but actually to make friends and feel like you're a part of. As a foreigner, to be part of the
Sounds so
community.
great.
Yeah, and also now that you mentioned that, something that I found really important is that even though we are the volunteers from the Hana Road, there's also Japanese volunteers.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
So
University
some people,
students,
university students that come, and usually they some of them stay like long time. Some of them they just help sometimes here and then, but you get to know them, and they are so nice, and they're so different people, and each of them.
And we're invited to, someone's birthday party. We'll arrange a cake. We would have like a fun time. We would do karaoke sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you go for a walk, and you
we
just
go
you
hike
help them with
Bizan,
English.
which is the name of our radio show, like Bizan. So Bizan FM, we climb Bizan a fair bit.
Yeah.
We go as groups.
Yeah, so
Go up
it's really
there and
nice.
say we're
So
the king of Tokushima. but
we
not
can
really.
meet like older and younger generations of people from Tokushima. Like there are different struggles or the different ways they see the world and how they see French people. So I love that part, like how they are like open to ask us like, how do you see these things? How do you feel about this? Because they already asked me like, in your country or in your culture, what do you think about this? So it's awesome.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So it seems we have almost reached the end of the program. We are waiting for messages from you with feedback or requests.
Sushi.
Sumo.
Yeah, she's the host.
This radio program, Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima, is being recorded live here on B-FM FM in Tokushima. So, how was it?
Muy bonito.
Muy bonito. How about you?
Excelente.
How about you, Maria?
Все было замечательно.
Thank you, gracias, спасибо. Thank you for coming today. This program is hosted by volunteer members working with non-profit organization Bizan Daigaku. We are open to and accepting any forms of support or contributions you have to offer within the local community of Tokushima. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you wish to get involved by emailing radio@bizandaigaku.net. We are accepting requests and messages via email. Please send emails to request@bfm.jp, request@bfm.jp, including the title of the show Sushi, Sumo, Tokushima in your messages. You can listen to this channel FM Bizan on the internet with your PC and smartphones. If you are accessing with your PC, go to the website www.bfm.jp and you will find a pink banner written Sumo Radio on the left side of the page. If you are accessing with your smartphone or tablet, download the application Listen Radio. Then select BFM 791 FM Bizan with the area Chugok Shikoku. If you are listening to this radio in the area where it has a weak radio wave, don't worry. You can listen to programs with clear sound through this internet radio system. No one knows what language will be spoken or what kind of topics they will bring up next Thursday. Don't miss it. See you next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Bye bye.